3, 2, 1.
Oh, dude.
The Wrestle Dude.
The Wrestle Dude.
Hey guys, Jacob from the Wrestle Dude channel here as always with another WWE 2K19 video. And before this video gets underway, I want to thank you guys for all the views and comments and likes left on the more important 2K19 video that I did, where I expressed whether or not I'd be buying it, and then I did a video on the first released screenshot of it. There was a second release screenshot of it that same day. My feelings are still pretty much the same for that second screenshot, where it shows AJ Styles actually doing his pose in the ring. At least we got to see the crowd a little bit, but my feelings are still the same on that. But I digress, because this video isn't about 2K19 the game as a whole and whether or not I'll be buying it. This is in case I buy 2K19, or this may be for 2K20 or further games going further. These are 5 things that I want in the game that I think would make Universe Mode much better. And if you guys don't know, Universe Mode is one of my favorite things about the 2K games, about the wrestling games. It's one of my favorite series to do on this channel. My NXT Universe Mode, I did live streams of like a SmackDown Universe Mode. I literally have, hold on a second here, I literally have an entire book based on, this goes back all the way to 2013. Even before I started this YouTube channel, in 2013 I was writing down stuff and making a Universe Mode for myself. So you know that I love the Universe Mode when you have an entire freaking, oh, there goes something, an entire book based around writing up my own Universe Mode. I believe all this is for the NXT Universe Mode, leading up to, there's still some blank pages in there, so there's still more creativity to be had, but these are 5 things that I think will make the Universe Mode series and Universe Mode in the game as a whole much better, and give us some more options to have fun with the Universe Mode. So we're going to get into it here. These are 5 of them. There's probably way more, so if you guys have anything that you would like to see included into the Universe Mode, or any of these options that you think are pretty cool, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll give a heart to the ones that I like the most, and I'll talk to you guys in the comment section, get a feel for what you guys are thinking about the game. So let's get into number 1 here. Number 1 thing that I want in the Universe Mode is the option. We have the option right now to have our superstars come out and do an in-ring promo. What I think would be a cool addition is for them to be able to do backstage promos with Renee Young, or with Todd Phillips doing his little crouch thing so he looks shorter than all the wrestlers for some reason, or Charlie Caruso, or any kind of backstage interview. It would probably be Renee Young, since she's already been in the game in the My Player series. But I would love the option to do backstage promos. It would be a nice way to kind of cut up the idea, because it's kind of boring just having in-ring promo after in-ring promo after in-ring promo on Universe Mode. And 2K have said that they want to make the Universe Mode as realistic to WWE TV as possible. WWE TV has plenty of backstage promo segments with Renee Young and stuff like that, so it would be an excellent inclusion. And also, there are the options for, you can call out a rival, options like that. You can make the crowd hate you. There's also an option for run-ins if you want someone to attack you during the promo leading into a backstage brawl, also utilizing the backstage brawl stuff. We've seen this in the My Career. That was one of the things that I liked about the My Career, was the backstage promos, and the idea that you're saying all these words, you're talking to your rival, you're building up your relationship with the crowd, with the audience, and then other times you get bashed in the back of the head by your rival and you guys are fighting backstage. I like that, and I want to see it in the Universe Mode. This could be a pretty easy thing to add into the Universe Mode, and if they do add it for 2K19, I'm excited for it. But if it's not in that game, I would definitely recommend that they put it in for 2K20 or one of the games going further. But that is one of the first things that I would like to see go into 2K19 or any further WWE 2K games. Okay, so the next thing, this kind of plays off of the backstage interview stuff. I want another option for interactions between superstars who are in rivalries and ways to further that rivalry, ways to make your universe mode much more entertaining. And I am thinking of the idea of putting in contract signings, the ability to have a contract signing in the ring. You can have whatever GM it is. So if you're on Raw, you'll have the general manager of Raw. If you're on SmackDown, general manager of SmackDown, so on and so forth. If it's a created show and you have a created arena, you can have like Vince McMahon or Stephanie McMahon out there to do the contract signing, or maybe Michael Cole. That's more of a generic one that you could have. Or Renee Young. More Renee Young. Justice for Renee Young. Just more Renee Young in the game. Whatever you can do to get her in there. Just whatever. But that would be cool, right? To be able, like, think about it. You're having this rivalry between champion and challenger, and then you want to do something for the big go-home angle before the pay-per-view, and you want to set up something. You don't want to do just a random promo segment between the two that'll end up in a brawl. You want to do something more entertaining, so you set up a contract signing where you can choose to have them either go back and forth and have it break down into a brawl that way, or they can just go back and forth. One of the guys will say something to be the big go-home angle, and then they walk out of the ring. That, I think, would be a really cool inclusion. It gives it much more realism. We've seen contract signings on TV before. It would be great. It's not really that hard to set it up. You could have like two steel chairs on either side of a table and have the contract signing. We've seen a cutscene of a contract signing in, I believe, my career. I think it was in like 2K19, I believe, where you're having like a contract signing with Brock Lesnar, and then he attacks you and F5s you through the table. But I'm just saying, it would be a great inclusion. It would make the universe mode more diverse, with more ways to further rivalries and more different ways to do in-ring promos, rather than just having the one in-ring promo style where you go out, you talk to the crowd, somebody might come out and talk to you. You guys will either have a back and forth talk off, or it'll turn into a brawl and you guys will fight. So contract signing, another thing that I would like to see added into universe mode for either 2K19 or any further 2K games. Okay, so my next option, and this is another thing involving rivalries and superstars, and maybe this is just because I enjoy doing the universe mode as a series and I like to build up storylines, but something that I want to see added back into the game actually is better rivalry options. Now, back in 2K15, and it might even have still been in 2K16, back in 2K15 you had the option to choose specific rivalry storylines. So you could have like undeserving champion versus valiant challenger, or two heels facing off against each other, sportsmanship between two baby faces that just want to prove who's the best. Something like that added back in, where you have the option to not just choose like one-on-one rivalry, long, short, medium rivalry, intensity, high, very high, medium, and low. I want something more than that. Also, I want the option to not just do one-on-one rivalries and tag team rivalries. Throw in like a triple threat rivalry, a fatal four-way rivalry, something like that. Just more than just one-on-one and 2v2. That kind of gets boring after a while. Hell, if you're going to add in the mixed tag team matches, which somebody recommended in the comment section of a previous video that they should add the mixed match tag team matches back in. I agree, considering they had an entire tournament based around that. It would be great to add that back into the game. Have a mixed tag team rivalry option where you can have Andrade Almas and Zelina Vega, if they're in the game, versus Rusev and Lana, if she's in the game, which I'm pretty sure she's going to be in the game. You could have that as a mixed tag team rivalry. More options for rivalries and more specific options for rivalries is something that I would love to see be in the universe mode. I think it would be great. Give us more options. You could have like the Royal Rumble winner picking and choosing his opponent for WrestleMania. You could have the Undertaker rivalry option, which I'm pretty sure is already in the game, but it's automatic, so you don't really get to choose what. You don't get to choose like if the guy calls out the Undertaker or if the Undertaker just comes and chooses the guy that he's going to face at WrestleMania. But I would love to see that option, although it was kind of weird in 2K15 because you would have to unlock those rivalry stories in order to use them. I feel like it would be easier if they were just all unlocked automatically. But I mean, I do kind of see the point in that you want people to actually play through and unlock those cutscenes, but that was just kind of something that I didn't like about that iteration of the storyline options, which is probably why they took it out, because people were mad, like, I don't want to have to play through this to get all of them, which I guess kind of makes sense if they thought it was a bad thing. Plus, that was 2K's first game with the WWE franchise. I know they released 2K14, but that was their first like big next gen version of that, so I can understand why they got scared, got cold feet, and automatically took it out in the next year's game. So I feel like it would be a good reboot to bring it back and not have them all blocked and locked that you have to unlock. It would give people more options to play the universe mode, because they say like, okay, so I've done this storyline option, I want to see what happens if I do this storyline option now. And maybe as the rivalry progresses, if you choose it to be a long rivalry, maybe it gives you the option like, hey, do you want to up the ante and change it to one of these higher intensity rivalry options? So if it starts out as like babyface versus babyface to prove who's the better one, and then as the intensity gets bigger and bigger, maybe you can have the option to have one of the baby faces turn heel and start cheating in matches in order to win. And then as the intensity gets bigger and bigger, you have more options like that to choose from. I think that would be a really cool progression of rivalries right there for Universe Mode. So better rivalry options and specific storylines is another thing that I would love to see added into either 2K19 or further 2K WWE games. Okay, another thing that I would love to see added is, right now we have the options to do run-ins, but I would love to see even further run-in options. That's another thing that I would love to see. Right now we have either run-in during entrance, run-in mid-match, and run-in post-match. Not bad right now, but I would love to see them expand on this by having the ability to choose what type of run-in you want to do. Do you want to do a run-in where you attack somebody? I know that's pretty much the only option for like entrance run-ins. I mean, maybe there could be something where like, do you want to attack them behind from the rampway? Do you want them to come in like from the crowd and attack them? Do you want them to be like behind the announce table? Do you want them to come out from underneath the ring and attack you? Something like that. I could see that happening. With The Undertaker or Bray Wyatt, you could have like the lights go out and then they come up and then they're there. I know that's already there for The Undertaker in mid-match. Speaking of mid-match, there are definitely a lot of options for how you want to do a run in there. Do you want somebody to be distracted by somebody's music playing up on the Titantron and then they just don't come out and then do the roll-up pin? Do you want, I don't know, their music to play, they actually come out onto the stage, and then you get distracted, possibly leading to a roll-up pin loss? There was another thing that was in the universe mode for a while where a cutscene would play where the referee gets knocked down, and in that time that the referee's knocked down, you can have somebody come out and attack either one person or the other or both of them, and then when the referee's back up, if both men are laid out, the match is called off. Or you can attack one person and help the other person win. So that's an option that I would love to see added, rather than having these random ones that just kind of play. So that way, if you are like a YouTuber that loves to do the Universe Mode series and you need like a specific type of run-in, you don't want the just music playing. Oh, there's also another one where you'll do a mid-match run-in. The music will play, the referee will look out at the entranceway to look for the superstar, and then you, the player, will turn around and that superstar is behind you and they attack you, and the referee for some reason doesn't hear or see this, and then that superstar that attacked you rolls out of the ring, the referee turns back around, you're knocked out, and then the other player can come in and pin you off of that. That's cool run-in that I love to see, because it's just so cool, especially when it's done with somebody like Randy Orton with a quick finisher, because if it's somebody like I don't know, Finn Balor or somebody like that has like a finisher that takes a long time, and the referee is like staring at the entranceway for such a long time, it's unrealistic. But if it's a guy that has a quick finisher, like Shawn Michaels with a super kick or Randy Orton with an RKO, a quick finisher into the ring, and then they all of a sudden roll out, I like that. I really do. So I really hope that that's an option that we can choose from if they choose to go further on with the run-in options. That is something big that I would love to see in either 2K19 or further 2K games, is the ability to choose what type of run-in you want to do. Do you want to do a music interruption where someone stares at the Titantron but nobody comes out? Do you want to do one where the referee gets knocked down and then you come out and attack the person? Do you want one where the referee gets distracted by the music and you attack the person? I would love to see 2K go bigger and go wider on that possibility, either in 2K19 or in future 2K games. That is something I would love to see them do better. And finally, something that has been in the game before, and I would love to see it make a return. I am talking about the ability for a draft/superstar shakeup feature, which basically would mean that superstars get shaken up anytime, any place. Possibly it would be after WrestleMania or after SummerSlam. That's usually when they do them. But I would love to see this back in the game because it adds to that idea of randomness and shaking things up, especially if there are these talks of bringing back GM mode. I could see this going into the GM mode. So if it's in the GM mode, then it would make sense that it would be in the universe mode as well, because it's an easy thing to implement. Like I said, it's already been in the games before, and there would be parts that you couldn't really do. So like you couldn't draft champions unless maybe there's like a little check mark box where you can say like, okay, I give you the option to draft champions. Maybe not the main champions, because I mean you can't really have the Universal Champion and the WWE Champion both on SmackDown, especially considering the Universal Championship is red and it would make no sense on SmackDown. But I mean, it's happened before, not with the Universal title, but I know with the World title and the WWE title. But yeah, I feel like this would be a cool thing to have. It could shake up your universe mode. Not only does it have to include shake-ups from Raw and SmackDown, but throw in NXT, throw in 205 Live, throw in anything. It will definitely make universe mode much more interesting. Not to say it's not interesting right now, I'm just saying these are things that could help build up the universe mode. But yeah, draft mode would be a great inclusion to bring back for either 2K19 or further 2K games. You see where I'm going with this. But yeah, draft mode, another great thing that I feel like should be added back into the 2K game series. So there you have it, you guys. Those are 5 things that I think would improve WWE 2K Games Universe Mode series. Which one do you like the most? And do you guys have any other ideas for things that would make 2K's Universe Mode series better? Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm always looking out for comments. I love to engage with my audience. If you guys enjoyed this video and you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and click on the little bell icon as you do with your favorite YouTubers if you would like to keep up to date with some of my videos. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The links for that are in the description of this video. If you want to check out my Instagram, I post tons of pictures, artwork, updates on videos, and fun stuff like that. My Twitter is basically the same way. You can see some fun interactions that I've had with professional wrestlers from around the world. But that has been it from this video. I have been Jacob from the Wrestle Dude channel. I'm back in my usual t-shirt. I was doing laundry, which is why I had different shirts on before. But thank you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys on the next video. So, see you guys later.